Farming and grow a garden is getting way too boring. So today I decided that I'm going to be opening my own Starbucks. My mission is very simple. I'm just going to be trying to build the most official looking Starbucks possible. I'll call it Modbucks, just so I don't get copyrighted by Starbucks. Then I'm going to be hiring pets as my employees. And finally, at the very end, I'm going to see if I can make a ton of shekels by selling food and coffee to real players. But we only have one issue. This game doesn't exactly want you to run a coffee chain, so we're gonna have to get very creative for this one. Let's get to work and start building Modbucks, aka the very first Starbucks in Grow a Garden. Before anything else, I just wanted to mention that I'm giving away 8 of these beautiful swans around me, and all you have to do to enter is simple. You literally just have to like the video, make sure you're subscribed, and leave a comment with your Roblox username and your favorite pet in Grow a Garden. I read every single comment, so I won't miss you. I'll be announcing the winners at the end of this week, so good luck to those of you who enter. All right, first things first, we actually have to clear this garden because this is a total mess. I would literally use my other save slot, but that's my main garden and it's even more of a mess than this. So this is now our official construction zone. Luckily, I have a ton of these reclaimers, so let's get to clearing. Hello, Mr. Bone Blossom. Get this giant pine cone out the way, along with this burning bud right here. All right, finally, I'm just gonna reclaim this banana tree. Perfect. Now that the plants are out of the way, we just gotta get a few more things set up. Let's just get this hot springs out the way. And since this is an active construction zone, these swans cannot be around. So I'm gonna pick all of them up right now. It's looking a lot better. Look at that, the rain stopped. This is perfect. So like I mentioned, since we're building a Starbucks, we're gonna need a coffee machine, and the only way to get one of those is through this crate. We're gonna need as much materials as we can get, so let's get to opening these as well. Yo, I got a golden pig statue from that. Okay, please be a, nope, we got a cake. We just need one coffee maker, please. If we're gonna build a coffee shop, there's no shot we can't have a coffee maker, right? We just keep getting cakes, bro. No coffee maker, but we're still all good, because now we have a clear plot of land and we can finally get to building. I think I'm gonna build the Starbucks here on the right side because it's gonna look way cleaner. I should have enough cosmetics to pull this off, so let's see what we can cook up. So I'm just gonna start with the entrance and I'm gonna put it right here in the very front. This should be good here and we can just build a base off of this. See, I was thinking of using these round things, but that would be way too big. I decided that we're gonna use these light fences as the outer walls because the color is so clean and it literally looks like a Starbucks IRL. Okay, so this is what we have so far. So I basically built the entrance here, right? It's looking kind of clean. There's a little hole here we have to fix. I'm also planning for this to have a back patio area with a bunch of benches and tables. Now the only problem is we're out of these big fences, so let's see what we can cook up with the small planks. Let's see how big these are. These should be able to work. I can use these as like a floor piece or even a wall piece. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie, I used these like stone benches as our front desk / cashier area, but guys, trust me, we're gonna get there. All right, so far we're looking a lot better. I cleaned up the structure a bit because I didn't want to make it way too big to the point where it covers half of the entire garden. That way this looks a lot more cleaner. And right now we're just working on the interior as well. So I can't wait to see how this whole thing ends up looking. All right, we still have a huge gaping hole in the back here, and I don't have any more fences left. I'm gonna try to build something out of these bricks to try and make this look really nice. It looks like the structure of our Starbucks is finally starting to form. It's literally raining, so we need to cover our heads, especially for the employees that are gonna be working back here. So I'm gonna work on the roof right now. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a lot higher because if the roof is literally this high, I can barely jump. I'm gonna find a way to make this a lot higher. I might have just thought of the best solution to this problem. All right, I think I actually cooked something up here because this is looking way better than what I thought in my head. There we go. I want to make it look more even. Hold on. Bro, this is already looking really good. All right, so this is our cashier's area. And other than the fact that I have to patch up both sides of this little ceiling to make it look even, I'd say we're off to a really good start. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, MitchCactus. Instead of trying to trade up and take weeks just to get your favorite pet, you can get it instantly from the boys over at MitchCactus. They have the fastest delivery in the industry. You can even get your pets in less than 20 minutes. And you know you can trust them because they have over 19,000 Trustpilot reviews. The boys over at MitchCactus gave me my own code GIRAFFE for 5% off any purchase. Use it while you still can. I'll leave the link in the description description down below. We are finally going to get to the fine details of the Starbucks we're building. Let's start with the most important part, and that's going to be the kitchen back here. So I'm going to put a couple of hand washing stations over here. That way we don't contaminate any of our guests' food or drinks, because that would be bad. We're going to be forced to shut down. But all right, now I'm actually going to need a countertop. So I'm going to see what would a good countertop be. Maybe this log. Oh wait, perfect. Dude, this log is literally the perfect countertop, and look at that. It's the same level as these like troughs or troughs, whatever you want to say. We call them our sinks, but bro, we got a table slash counter for our employees to work on. We might as well extend this all the way to the end, because that makes more sense. In real life, Starbucks looks like that, and we are going to be trying to make this look as accurate as possible. Now, I can't promise 100% because I think that's against copyright. All right, so far, I'd say our coffee shop is looking quite spectacular. But now that's just the kitchen. We gotta work on the dining area so people can actually enjoy their food and coffee. Guys, here's the problem. I literally only have one table left in my inventory, and I have no clue where to put this. I'm just gonna make this the refreshments table, and I'm gonna put a garbage can right next to it. That way people can throw their trash out. I literally can't find a garbage can, so I'm literally just gonna use this cooler as one. People are gonna have to throw their trash in the cooler. These hay bales actually low-key would make good tables, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and make a booth in this corner for big parties that end up pulling up here. All right, the interior should be good enough now. I have a single bench with a single table for those single people who just want to study and pull up and drink their coffee. The kitchen is already looking really solid as well, and I got shade for all the employees over here. But I feel like something is still missing. I think I figured it out. We're gonna turn this into a drive-through window. That way people can get their things to go. All right, I'm not gonna call this perfect, but this looks decent enough to be our drive-through window. The bad news is we're out of bricks. Guys, I think I found the perfect solution. I'm going to put the American flag and put it this way. That way it acts like a little wall. I went ahead and put the American flag up by the drive-thru, and it looks like phase 1 of our build is almost complete. The thing is, from the outside, it low-key still looks a bit too plain, so let's get the landscaping going out here. Let's put a bunch of rocks and things out in nature so we can make this look a lot better. Maybe a little pebble over here would make it look good. Yeah, it literally looks like a rug, but bro, this is looking a lot better. Let's get some umbrellas going on out here. Oh my gosh, an earthquake is happening as I'm building the restaurant. Good thing we got the whole structure built already. Now, as a final touch, I'm just gonna add a couple of bookshelves to make this place look homey. I think this one bookshelf will do it. All right, last but not least, we have to add a cooking kit to this kitchen, because that way we can cook food for our customers. So we'll put the counter there, and we'll leave this in the back left corner. Behold, after moving everything around, this is our final layout of the kitchen, the dining room, and basically the whole entire Starbucks. We got the entrance right here. We got our outdoor seating area right here. We got a nice little yellow umbrella with it as well. If we keep going down the line, we got our drive-through if people want to get their things to go. The thing is, people need to know where we are, so we're going to make a very large sign with our logo up here. That way people know we're open for business and they can get food whenever they want. All right, that should be tall enough. The challenge is, what should our logo look like? I mean, it's not the most symmetrical M, I'll tell you that, but M for Modbucks, we are good to go. I also decided that our coffee shop needed an official mascot slash logo, so I put that golden giraffe slash dinosaur up there. But now that we have our first goal completed of building the Starbucks, this place is still pretty dead because there's no employees in it. Now, lucky for us, I hired a couple of pets to help us out with Modbucks. We got our boy, the Gorilla Chef, right here, and he's ready to cook. Bro, he looks good up there already. He's cooking through the ceiling. As long as he's cooking, we have no issue. Oh god, we can't have mice running around. Let me pick this up real quick. Now we're also gonna need a couple of baristas, and good thing I got these boys to help us out. One right here, and I'm gonna put the other one right there. Oh god, they're running away. It's all good. They'll come back. But now that we got Modbucks up and running, that means we're ready to go to a public server to see if we can make as much circles as we can, trying to sell food and coffee to people at Modbucks. I can't wait to see how this goes. Since we are about to serve some customers, we gotta get to cooking some food. I'm just gonna put a bunch of random things in a pot and hope for the best. A couple of elder strawberries and a grape. Let's see what we get. But honestly, I'm just gonna skip the cooking time because I really want to serve this to our first customer. customer. There we go. We got a smoothie. Perfect. We are a Starbucks and this matches pretty well. We got a glimmering smoothie. Let me also try to cook up a special meal because I don't want to be stuck with just a smoothie. So let's get a couple bone blossoms in, maybe 3 bone blossoms, a dragon fruit, and see what we get. So let's go ahead and cook this and let's skip the cooking process again. Guys, I'm literally out of Robux. Oh my god, we got a huge smoothie. If we can sell both of these for at least 100 million shekels, we will complete the entire goal of the video, which was literally to make a successful Starbucks in Grow a Garden. All right, so I just joined a public server and look at that. The sunset just looks beautiful on Modbucks, aka Starbucks. Now we need to start getting customers so we can start selling the smoothies that we just made. Come on, Real Skank, he's checking my garden out. No, he just walked past Modbucks. Hello, would you like to buy a drink? Is Real Skank gonna be our customer, our first customer at Modbucks? Got some bad news for you guys. Bro just left the server. We are still looking for our first customer here at Modbucks. There's one thing I forgot to mention where we kind of made a huge mistake. I just now realized that we cannot even gift these smoothies, so we can't even sell them. That's why there's always plan B. The backup plan is now this. We are now just going to be selling snacks and fruits to customers because this game literally decided we can't even sell these smoothies. Honestly, as long as we get one sale, then the whole goal of this video is completed. Bro, this person right here looks like they might be interested in getting something from Modbucks, so let's hit them up and ask. Guys, I literally asked them if they wanted to go to my cafe's grand opening. Yo, let's go! All right, we got Biscuit going to Modbucks' grand opening, and hopefully we can actually get them to buy something. But welcome to Modbucks. The thing is, we gotta tell them we can't even sell them any drinks, which kinda sucks. So let's see what we can do here. Unfortunately, we cannot sell you any drinks. Would you be interested in a snack? All right, would you be interested in a snack is what I asked. Guys, we might actually get a sale here. Hold on. Yo, they said bet. Okay, let's go. We're actually locked in. All right, they're asking us what we have. And I'm not gonna lie, I literally only have like 4 strawberries left and a golden grape. So let's go ahead and sell the golden grape. I have a couple strawberries left, but I'll give you this grape for a special price. Guys, I'm literally gonna pull off the best negotiation tactic here. Watch. Okay, what is all right supposed to mean? Guys, you know what? I'm literally just gonna charge them 1 trillion shekels for this grape, because why not? That would literally smash the goal of this video. Bro, no way this works, right? I'm actually nervous on what they have to say. Oh my gosh. We got called out. They said it's so overpriced. No. Okay, maybe if we give them a discount, they're gonna buy it. Okay, I'll give it to you for half off, 500 million. There's no way they fall for this, right? Guys, literally 1 sale is all we need to complete this goal. Yo, let's go. They said, okay, fine, I'll take the grape. Oh my gosh, we got our first sale at Modbucks. And it's for a golden grape. Let's go. All right, I literally don't have a trading ticket, so this is kind of embarrassing. I'm going to ask them for a trading ticket, please. They said bet. What a great first customer. I'm just so glad they're so nice. I didn't run into one of those Karens. I'm just so glad. There we have it. Guys, it's literally crazy how we can sell 140,000 shekel grape and turn it into 500 million shekels. And just like that, our trade is confirmed. That is the first sale in Modbucks. And we got a happy first customer. The crazy part is we literally made 500 million shekels off of 1 grape from our first customer. That is actually insane. Guys, I actually didn't expect this to work, but it actually did. We were able to complete the 3 goals we set out in the beginning of the video. We were able to clear out a whole construction zone and build a whole Starbucks in Grow a Garden. That was goal number 1 and we crushed it. In my opinion, this already looks really clean. And like I said, we tried to make it 100% like Starbucks, but guys, the items we have to work with are so limited, and this was the best I can do. The second goal we had was to literally hire pets as employees, and we did it. We got our gorilla chef over here, and we got 2 slackers over there. They're not even doing their jobs, but consider that mission accomplished. And last but not least, we actually completed the 3rd goal, which was to sell a single thing from Modbucks to a customer. Not just any customer, but a customer in a public server. We ended up making 500 million shekels, and I'd say for now, that is a great profit. I'll tell you guys this, you guys better pull up to Modbucks real soon, because once everybody catches the hype, all the prices are gonna go up and everything is going to sell out. Nah, but for real though, this challenge was actually insane, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.